Good afternoon, my dear students. My name is Ramzan Varunkar, Assistant Professor at Aryan College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Camp Pune. So today we are going to talk about documents required for formation of a company. So certain documents which is very much important in company's life, they are play a very crucial role in company's management. So there are certain documents. Number one is memorandum we call as MOA. Number two, articles of association, that is we called as AOA, and number three, prospectus. These three documents are very much important for company's point of view. So today we are going to talk about one of these documents, that is memorandum of association. And you might have know that the memorandum of association is a very crucial, very important documents in company's life. So let's see what is that memorandum of association. So basically, memorandum of association is a framework. It means it is a framework of a company beyond which company cannot go. एक फ्रेमवर्क होता है, उसके बियॉन्ड कंपनी जा नहीं सकती, कंपनी कैनॉट एक्ट बियॉन्ड दैट फ्रेमवर्क. सो before incorporation of a company, the framework is made and company has to perform all its activities within that framework. So if company does any activity beyond that framework, that becomes void, that becomes illegal. So that is a memorandum of association. Here I have given the meaning. The memorandum of association or MOA of a company defines the constitution and the scope of the powers of the company. In simple words, the MOA is the foundation on which the company is built. As I said, the company is a constitution in which all the power and scope of the company is written. So company has to perform within that power and within that scope. Company cannot go beyond that power and that scope. किसी देश के लिए उसका कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जितना, जैसे हमारे देश के लिए हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, उसी तरह से कंपनी के लिए उसका मेमोरेंडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन इम्पोर्टेंट होता है. सो इट्स लाइक अ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ अ कंपनी. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ रजिस्टरिंग मेमोरेंडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन और MOA. Number one objective, that is the MOA of a company contains the object for which the company is formed, and it identifies the scope of its operations and determines the boundaries it cannot cross. As I said, uh, memorandum of association contains the object of for which the company is formed. Every company has its own objectives, its own purpose, and because of that purpose the company came into existence. So that objective will be mentioned in the memorandum, and its boundaries and its framework will be there, and that which cannot be crossed by a company. Second point, it is the public document according to section 399 of the Companies Act 2013. Hence, any person who enters into a contract with the company is expected to have knowledge of the MOU. So it is a public documents, and company has to keep it with the registered office of the company. And any person who wants to enter in a contract with this company, that person or that company has to look to this MOA, that memorandum of association, to understand the company, to understand the foundation of a company. Next point, it contains details about the powers and rights of the company. Next, under no circumstances can the company depart from the provisions specified in the memorandum. If it does so, then it would be ultra vires the company and void. So as I said, it is a framework, it is a boundaries which is set by a memorandum of association. The company cannot cross. If by mistake, if any person or a company cross that boundaries or cross that framework, that becomes ultra vires or void. Next, format of a memorandum of association. So different formats is given for different types of companies. Table from table A to table E, a different format has been given of a memorandum of association for a different types of company. Like table A for the company limited by shares, table B company limited by guarantee and not having share capital, table C company limited by guarantee and having share capital, table D of unlimited company, table E of an unlimited company and having share capital. So these are the different format of a memorandum of association. So the company can adopt the format which suits their types of company. Next, content of the MOA, content of the memorandum of association. This is the most important point from exam point of view. Content of the memorandum of association, or we can say clauses of the memorandum of association. There are different clauses, around 7 clauses there of memorandum of association. This question is asked for 16 marks. So you have to write all the content. Number one point, that name clause. So in that clause, the company's name will be written. Company, if company is a private company or limited company, so whatever company it may be, so company has to write there its name, and after its name company has to write suffix that we have seen in earlier videos, that is private limited or limited company. So if company is a private, so there will be a private limited, and if company is a public, there is a limited only. So in this clause, the name of company is mentioned, and suffix discloses the types of company, whether it is a private or it is a public. In section 8, company cannot adopt private, limited or limited word. They can use foundation, forum, association, federation, chambers, confederation, such kinds of words for their company's name. So you very well aware of the section 8 companies. I have explained in my previous videos which is the section 8 companies, so you have to watch that videos. That is number 1 clause, name clause. Number 2, registered office clause. In this clause, the registered office of a company will be mentioned, written, and with that registered office, the state, nation will be mentioned with that registered office. For example, ABC Limited, if ABC Limited is formed, so where it is a registered office, let's say in Pune, so Pune's address must be there, then state Maharashtra and country India. So in such a format, the registered office address must be there in registered office clause. So it is clause for registered office. That is second clause. Next, number 3rd clause, object clause. In this clause, as I said, object of a company will be mentioned, that every company came into existence for a certain purpose. There is a object behind formation of a company, so that object will be mentioned in this object clause. Next, liability clause. It should be specify the liability of the members of the company, whether limited or unlimited. So a liability clause will be mentioned that the liability of the members, whether it is limited or unlimited. Next, capital clause. In this capital clause, the capital of the company will be mentioned, and this company must specify the amount of authorized capital divided into shares of fixed amounts. Further, it must state the names of each number and the number of shares against their names. So in capital clause, company has to give structure of their capital. When I say structure of their capital, it means authorized capital, the authorized capital, or we can say nominal capital or registered capital, the face value of shares, and their fixed amount, and number of shares should be mentioned in that capital clause. Next clause is the association clause. The memorandum of association must clearly specify the desire of the subscriber to form a company. This is the last clause. It means second last clause. So this is the association clause. The desire, it means the person or the board of directors, if they have association with any person or desire to be associate with any other form of company or organization, they should specify here, that is association clause. Next, for one person company, this is the new clause amended. This is a new clause introduced in 2013 amended act, that is this is for one person company. So in this clause, the MOA must specify the name of the person who becomes a member of the company. in the event of the death of the subscriber. It means if in case of one person company, if the person member gets dead, in that case who will be the member of that company, that must be specified in this clause. So this is the total 7 clauses are there of memorandum of association. You have to study that clauses number wise, and you have to write in exam also to get a good marks. So again, this is a very much important question from exam point of view. So that's it for today. Thank you.